Patricia Herrera is a theater professor whose teaching and research focus on contemporary theater and performance with an emphasis on social justice, identity politics, and transnationalism. Her areas of study also include Latinx cultural productions, documentary theater, and gender and performance. How do theater and performance function as a tool for social change?
Well, I witnessed firsthand the power of theater for social change when I was actually taking a course in college. My professor invited a guest artist. His name was Super Barrio, and he wore these red tights and had a red and yellow wrestler's mask. And he had just declared that he was going to be running for president in the 1996 presidential election campaign. And he told us we were going to go to a performance, not as spectators, but as the performers. And our role was to introduce Super Barrio. Super Barrio for president. We believe in the rights of workers transnationally. And all of a sudden, everyone stopped and looked at us. In a matter of minutes, Super Barrio had taken theater and performance and used it as a platform to voice an important message. Theater for social change is not only inspirational, but it transforms inspiration into understanding, action, and change.
You've worked with faculty and students on developing docudramas about some really difficult topics, civil rights and AIDS, for instance. Why is the docudrama a good vehicle for dealing with these very difficult subjects?
Docudrama theater is often seen as a fact-based performance. That's because we use archival materials such as video footages, newspaper reports, historical writings, and other official documents, as well as primary sources to create a play. So like a mirror, documentary theater really reflects society's social problems and puts forth the most pressing issues, especially those that are neglected or erased throughout our history.
You have a particular interest in Latinx culture. Tell us a little bit more about that.
I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, so you know how that is. That's a variety of cultures, right? I have my own Ecuadorian culture, but I was also shaped by African American and Caribbean culture, and that profoundly really shaped the way who I am. So my work, both in theory and practice, really embraces and critically engages with Latinx and Afro-diasporic cultural predictions and really thinks about the stories that are left out in our history.
Patricia, thank you so much for taking time to sit down with me today. I've seen many of your performances, and I am thrilled that you're sharing your many talents with us here at the University of Richmond.
Thank you for having me.